Hello everyone, I'm X13 and welcome back to the Aeroteam channel. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you about the Pilatus PC-24 in 1.5:1 scale. As mentioned beforehand, this build is in 1.5:1 scale, meaning 1 meter in real life equals exactly 1.5 blocks in Minecraft. This aircraft will scale perfectly with any other 1.5 tutorials on the channel, as well as your own 1.5:1 scale builds. As always, this aircraft does make use of our very own Aeroteam texture pack. A download link to the latest version, which is currently pre-release number 2, can be found on our website aeroteam.org. If you can't download the pack for whatever reason, I'll be giving some tips to convert the aircraft to default throughout the video. However, keep in mind that this aircraft was designed in the pack. As for dimensions, this aircraft is 26 blocks long, including the button on the end of the tail, 25 without. 27 blocks wide, including the buttons on the side of the wings, 25 blocks long without, and 9 blocks tall. Let's get building. Alright, so starting with layers 1 and 2 now, you're first just going to come up to where you want the tip of the nose to be, and just place 2 blocks of white wool with a birch trapdoor coming off that. Again, I will mention that this tutorial is in the Aeroteam texture pack, which allows us to have white wool slabs, stairs, trapdoors, stuff like that. And that is one of the nice things of the pack. If you are in default, however, you can use just a regular iron trapdoor. Moving on, we can come back with 2 quartz top slabs in a row, and then 1 purple top slab, and a purple stair facing forwards, like so. Come back with 1 more purple slab, and then another purple stair facing forwards. And from there, we're going to drop down to a block, and we'll leave that there for now. Coming out to the side of this slab right here, we can place a birch trapdoor on either side. This is for the beginning of the wing box here. And then a purple slab behind each of those, and a polished diorite slab behind each of those. This is for the landing light. It's a very elongated landing light, sort of on the edge of the wing box here, so I've just represented that with a polished diorite slab. Coming back, we just got a row of 3 white wool across, and I am just going to take a second to break the ground a little bit here to place some details on the underside. So in between the 2 polished diorite slabs on this white wool block, you're first going to just place a jungle button. That is a white wool button in the Aeroteam pack. If you're not in the Aeroteam pack, you can probably just use a birch button at work. Unless in the future, if there is a white button added to the game, you can use that instead. Coming back, we now have a birch trapdoor in the center of those 3 white wool blocks. And then I'm just going to come over a little bit further and switch out some of my materials here. And just place a lever flipped facing backwards, only on the right side right there, not on the left side here. Coming back again, we're going to just have a 2x3 area of just birch trapdoors. So there's 1, oh, there we go, and 2, just like so. And that will do it for that. Now just place 1 in the center here with an acacia trapdoor on either side. The Pilatus PC-24 is like the 737 in that when the main gear retract, there's no door on for the wheel section. It just stays exposed. So that's to represent the bottom of the wheel when the wheels are raised up into the fuselage. Coming back again, another row of 3 birch trapdoors across with just 1 more. And then now, above that, we can just fill in this whole area here with white wool. So just like so, just like that. And now what we're going to do is, I just got to break a little bit more of the ground here and get another lever in here, this time only on the left side, not on the right side, just for another airfoil extension on the underside of the body. We're going to then place, let's see here, that would be 2 blocks of white wool coming back, purple stair behind both of those blocks there, and a purple slab on the back, or sorry, not stair, slab for those. I spoke instead stair, said stair. Jeez, not very good at talking today. But yeah, so that should just like that. Again, this lever should only be on the left side, and the one up here only on the right side. But yeah, that will do it for layers 1 and 2. Alright, again, starting on layer 3 now. We can just come up to the front of the aircraft here, and just on top of this trapdoor, place one single purple slab. And right behind that, we're going to want to have 7 layers of snow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And just behind that, 1 block of white wool. And now what we're going to do is come out diagonally to the sides of each of that white wool, and get out your dead brain coral fan, which is a white vertical slab in the Aeroteam texture pack, and just place one of those on either side. If you don't have the pack, maybe a wall will work here, or just simply leaving those off. It is up to you. For a small detail up at the nose here, we're going to want to have some small pitot tube details, so you can just place a stone button on either side, and if you do have rolled edit, you can also roll edit a button onto the side of this right here. So take your stick or any tool, swipe /repl0, left click that stone button there, place a temporary block, and just right click it over like so. And same thing for this side. There we go. Coming back now, on the left side only here, we're going to have 3 blocks in total coming back. This is one of them though, so we will need to place 2 more. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to have a block of quartz, 7 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 blocks of quartz, and then we'll leave it there for now. On the right side of the aircraft, we're just going to have a row of 13 white wool blocks coming back. 1, 2, and that is with this one included, so it'll just be 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and 13. Coming back in here, we're going to have a purple stair on either side with a white wool block in the center there. Now what we can do is, actually we can place one more white wool block just like so, and then, sorry, just confusing myself here. Let's see here, and then we're just going to have a purple slab coming back on either side there. Now on either side of these stairs, we can get out our polished blackstone buttons and place one of those on either side. If you don't roll it, not a big deal. However, if you do, just place one on the side of the temporary block and place temporary blocks on those stairs. And just select those over like so. And then now we can just leave this. Alright, coming back again, we've got another purple stair coming back. And then now we are actually going to get our stone button again. And this time on the bottom of this block right here, just place 1. And that should be parallel to the aircraft. You can place them 2 ways, like this or like that. We want this one. So now, coming back again, we're going to have a purple stair facing forwards like so. And you might be wondering what this is for, as this is a tail cone, so it shouldn't really slope down like that. And this is for a small airfoil extension below the tail. I think it would be called a ventral fin. I am going to be doing the production variant one, which is a bit larger than some of the earlier prototypes had it. So if you want to build those earlier prototypes, you can maybe do something yourself that's a little bit smaller than the one that I'm showing here. But anyways, coming back here, we're just going to have a temporary block here with a jungle fence gate, and that is a white wool fence gate in the Aeroteam texture pack. If you don't have the pack, a birch fence gate will work just fine. Now you're going to get your mossy cobblestone wall, which again, white wool, if not, maybe a diorite, and just place a sort of 2x3 of walls like so. And you're going to want to select this one right here, and just paste that over that block. And that gives us a nice sort of, it kind of comes down and then slowly slopes back up and then comes into the fuselage at a higher angle. So yeah, I am going to keep this in my clipboard, because if we place some stuff on top of it later on, it might not want to be in this position. So it might roll that back into being, or not use the world edit anymore, which I don't want. So I'm just gonna looking on my clipboard again here, and then if that does happen, I can just, you know, replace it over again. Anyways, that will do it for layer 3, I believe. Alright, moving on to layer 4 here. We're first going to come up to the front of the nose here, and just behind this last white wool block, we can just place a nether brick stair, which is a black wool texture in the Aeroteam texture pack, just right there. In front of that, we're going to have a birch trapdoor, as well as out to either side. And behind those birch trapdoors on either side, just one nether brick stair, and just a block of nether bricks or black wool in the middle. It's the exact same texture, so it does not matter which one you use. Coming back from that now, we can just place a block on either side. We're going to want a block of quartz right here, and that's just for the only door on the aircraft, actually. Now I'm going to be doing the left side first and then the right side, as they do differ slightly. Let's just get out that stair again, as I do need that. And get rid of that. Alright, we're first going to be starting with a upside down purple stair facing backwards, and then a block, and then a one facing forwards upside down, and then backwards upside down. Then we are going to, actually, sorry, let's see here. I might have gotten that wrong. Yes, this one should in fact be a quartz stair. Behind that, a white wool block, and then a purple stair, and one facing backwards yet again. And just behind that, we're going to have our blocks of quartz here. And then just one single block behind that, and we'll continue with that in a minute. On the right side here, we can just start with a stair facing forward, backward, block, forward, and then a quartz stair facing backward, block, and then again forward, backward, and then we're just going to have 3 white wool blocks. Now you can get out your purple stairs and just place one of those facing backwards like so, and with a white wool in between. We can now have our slabs, just one out on either side behind those stairs, and we're going to extend this white wool to a row of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and oh look, it didn't break, that's nice. Now we are again going to get out the same dead brain coral fan, same as before. Just use a wall if you don't have that, and just place that on the end. But yeah, that will do it for layer 4. Alright, now for layer 5, and just before we get started on that, I do want to mention that this plane is extremely small on the inside, as you can tell. So instead of doing an interior here, I'm just going to show you how to block up the windows the way that I like to do it. You might prefer a different way, but this is the way that I like to do it. So some people will just place a block of black wool over there, which I think looks okay. However, the way that I like to do it is placing black wool around where you want your black stained glass and placing it like this. So now you have a little bit of transparency, but you can't really see into the inside, as you can see right there. But yeah, you can still, you know, see through the windows, which I do like. Moving on, I'm just gonna replace these materials. We can now come back with the top of the fuselage here. We can start with 2 layers of snow, and then a row of 5 purple slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a backwards purple stair. Another 5 purple slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I'm just going to fill in that block. We can do a layer of 6 snow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, layer of 7 snow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 4 white wool blocks coming back, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that is just going to have another dead brain coral fan on the back. We can just also, if you do overload it, you can replace a stone button onto this snow block. So just temporary block that over, just like so. And just like, oops, there we go. And I'm just gonna clean that real quick so that those go away. There we go. But yeah, that will be it for the main fuselage of the Pilatus PC-24. Alright, real quick, I just realized that I made a mistake actually on the back of the tail here. So instead of a dead coral fan right here on this bottom one, instead you're going to be wanting a purper top slab like so. But yeah, other than that, that will do it for the fuselage of the PC-24. Alright, so now for the vertical stabilizer here. We're first going to just come to the back of the tail right here, and just on top of this dead coral fan, just place one block of white wool. One more above it with another dead brain coral fan on top of that. White wool on top of that, and then a purper slab coming out there. White wool coming forward from the white wool that was already there, with two birch trapdoors on top of those, and a purper slab coming forward. Wool under that slab out to the side of the wool, and then two white wool in there with a purper slab just out to the side there. And then in this middle block right here on the bottom, middle block right here on the top, we're just going to want to place a birch trapdoor on either side for just some small little extra wings, I guess you could call them. I don't really know what the technical name of them are. On the side of the tail there, right there. And then just one last detail here with your acacia button. We can just roll one of those onto the back of the tail right here, same way that we've done all the other buttons. But yeah, that will do it for the vertical stabilizer. Alright, and now for the horizontal stabilizer, very simple. All we gotta do, just out of this top of the tail right here, on the bottom half of these two top blocks, 2x2 out, with two more out from the back, and just like that on both sides. There's a view from above if you need it. And yeah, that will do it for the horizontal stabilizers. Alright, so starting on the wing here, first going to come down to the second block of this wing box right here, and just place one smooth stone top slab here. I'm going to place a quartz stair upside down facing forwards right behind that, with a quartz slab behind that, and a purper half slab right there. And that's just the basic wing root outline, very small. Now for the wing outline. We're first going to come out of this slab right here, and just come two more out to make a row of three. Diagonally out, and then make that a row of two. Come up one with a row of two again, and then diagonally out with a row of four. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is the end of the wing. At this very last one right here, you place your quartz slab, and then come in with a row of three purper slabs. Come down with a single quartz slab, and then you're going to get out your purper stairs and place one just facing like so, outwards. You're then going to place a purper top slab just right next to it, and come down one more, and then just connect that up with a row of four. Now with your jungle fence gates on this last white slab right here, and this second to last one, or second to first one, I guess, we're just going to place these jungle fence gates just under that. Those are just for the other two flap track fairings. This is the first one, and those are the two other ones. So yeah, continuing on with the wing layering outlines, very simple. Just gonna have one quartz slab right there, and one quartz slab right there, and that is all. So now what we can do is just fill in. Actually, technically, that is also an outline right there. So we can fill all of the rest of this area in. So just one quartz slab right there, and two right there, and that'll pretty much do it for the top of the wing. And now on the bottom of the wing, there might be a few errors that we have to fix, but I don't see any. So yep, that should all be correct. Oh, actually, there is one. Right here, this should be a quartz stair like so. And that just helps with this layering right here to make it nice and straight. Alright, other than that, actually, there's one more detail you can put in here. can grab your dark oak button and jungle button, and just place 2 temporary blocks on this corner here. On this first one, place a jungle button, and on this side one, a dark oak one. And just flick those over and paste them onto the wing. That's for the nav and strobe lights. If you don't have rolled it, you can just place a red slab right here. Make it maybe a brick slab or a polished granite slab if you're in the Aeroteam pack, but still do not have rolled it. But yeah, that's my little design for the nav light and strobe light there. Now all you have to do is just mirror this wing over. So /1, first just on the ground at the root of the wing, come all the way out to the side, /2, stand on the center line of the aircraft right here, /copy, flip west, I believe it is, and paste, and there we go. Now the only difference, change we need to make between the sides is to get out your crimson button now, and just switch this red button right here, and you can just roll that a crimson button on right there. If you don't have rolled it, you can just change your red slab to a green slab. But yeah, that will do it for the wings. Okay, now continuing, just finishing up this aircraft. We've just got the engines. So on this block right above this polished blackstone button, we're just going to come out and place an upside down purple stair facing inwards like so. And you can just extend that back 1 block like so, with a purple slab right behind it like so. I just said like so, like 3 times. Continuing on, in this second one right here, we have a, what is this? A polished basalt with a polished blackstone button on it, which I think Fifi did this originally. It's quite a good idea. It looks a lot like a fan blade. So yeah, it's kind of a cool idea. Credit to, I believe, Fifi on that one. Now we can place trapdoors under that and on the side, like so, just closed against there, with some slabs up top. Coming back now, we've got a full block, and then a purple stair upside down facing backwards like so, and then 2 snow layers. And that will do it for the engine. Because it's so small, I'm going to do it on both sides here. So coming over to the other side, we've again got our purple stair upside down facing inwards like so. Another one back with a slab behind it. Polished basalt on that center one with a polished blackstone button on that. Trapdoors on the sides. Purple slab on the top. White wool on the back of that polished basalt with a stair on the back, and then just 2 layers of snow right there. And yeah, that will do it for the engines. Alright, and now just to complete the tutorial, if you are not building this in the air, we just got the landing gear to finish up here. So, to start with the nose gear here, we're just going to come down to this second quartz slab, and just replace that with a quartz stair facing backwards like so. Actually, sorry, that will be facing forwards. Now, wherever, just right under this, you're just going to delete 2 blocks of ground, and just place any slab that you want there. Now what we're going to do is using the //summon command. Actually, I don't need an armor stand. I don't know why I have that. First, you're going to find the, I'm going to turn down my speed. Let's see here. 0.5, so I move even slower. And the reason for that is that I can find the exact pixel that I want on. So you're going to want to find the middle pixel right here. So directly in the middle of the block, and count back 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that will be the perfect center of the block pretty much. So now you're going to type just a single /summon armor stand, and then you're going to want to click the one with all 3 dimensions on it, and just click that into place, and there it is. Just turn my speed back up here. There we go. Now we can place our player head on it. I don't remember exactly how I found that. I think I just did /HTTP search wheel or something like that. Yeah, it's somewhere right. I used this one for a while, but now I use a different one. I don't know exactly where I got this one. But yeah, you can just use any wheel model that you want. Now we're going to use the /stat command to get a block back in here. So just select any of the yellow blocks or whatever block that you're using the center line for, and just /stack. You don't have to put the amount or the direction if you are, because the amount is only going to be 1 because we're taking this block and just moving it over 1. However, for the direction, again, I don't have to place anything because I'm facing in the direction that I want it to go, but if you are not, you're going to have to place in a specific direction. And just like that. Now for the final detail, the strut itself, we're just going to place 2 iron iron bars next to each other. And this one right here on the left side, select that over, and actually I'm not going to be able to do that. So actually we're going to have to use /move, so just place those directly behind this. Just select this with your wand and face forward and do /move. And there we go. A nice nose wheel strut right there. Now if I can switch out my materials real quick, we can move on to the main gear here. Also not very hard, they're very small, so I'm just going to delete some of the ground here so I can more easily get under here. Where these black trapdoors are, you're just going to want to delete those, as they won't be there when the wheels are extended. And just replace that block in there with a slab, just like so. Now, let's see here, we've got a temporary block here just for now, with a lever flicked facing upwards like so, and a jungle sign on the side of it. Now, with our dead fire coral fan, let's see, can I get out of there? There we go. Just place one on the side of a block like so. So it's on the outer portion of the block. Select that, and just right click into that over. And just like so, you've got a nice little landing gear right there, with the strut and the little sign there as a door. Now, we can just do the same thing on the other side of the aircraft. So, just deleting a few more blocks here. Where we want that wheel to be, we can just place, again, another block right there with a lever on it and a sign. And then just another temporary block with a dead fire coral fan on the side. And you can just roll that over like so. But yeah, that'll do it for the landing gear. So I'm just going to really quick fill this area back in. And there we go. Just like so. And that will fully finish the Pilatus PC-24. Congratulations on completing this Aeroteam tutorial. Thanks for choosing an Aeroteam video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to use this Pilatus PC-24 on any public project as long as you give the Aeroteam credit. If you did build this tutorial, let us know by tagging us on Twitter at AeroteamMC, Instagram also at AeroteamMC, or share with us in our Discord. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. We do all sorts of Minecraft tutorials and showcases, and you can be the first to see them when they come out. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. My name is AkiTheBoy, and thanks for watching.